with collaborators from Fermilab, ESNet, UMD, ANL, NERSC, working on the SENSE project. And the SENSE project is mainly for SDN, for end-to-end networking for exascale. The Caltech team is mainly responsible for data transfer node resource manager, and I'm going to give a talk what we are doing on it. So how many of you know about OSCARs or NSI? No. Okay. So what we are trying to solve right now is whenever we want to provision a path between point A and point B, it's still manual work. It requires like take your phone, call to 5 engineers, agree on the same VLANs, same IP ranges, and install the flow rules on all the switches and create everything on the DTNs. All applications as well are not aware of this created path, so you have to as well to create is it a grid FTP or another one transfer protocol, so you have to acknowledge it that you want to transfer through this specific interface. Whenever it comes to multi-domain, it's even more complicated if you have any problems, and it's not easy to debug any of these issues. So the core idea is to create end-to-end multi-domain provisioning automation and resource orchestration system. So where's the lighter? Yeah. No. No. Sorry. Oh. As you can see from this one, we have a global orchestrator who is contacting all the RMs, resource managers. Data transfer node resource manager is controlling any DOE laboratory or any campus. For example, in our case, it's a Tier 2 Caltech. And we have a network resource manager who is controlling the ESNet, exchange points, and also the wide area network for connection. So we are on early stage right now. We are only the first year. We're trying to keep up with changes and all new stuff which is coming on the SDN land. So the main role of DTN, Data Node Transfer Resource Manager, is to do the flow termination, communicate with multiple orchestrators at the same time, make sure that fair share is respected, and also report about any state changes, what's happening on the specific DTN, or which switches are going down, and what can be allocated. So at the high level, the main things are move the right flows to the correct VLANs, which are created through the orchestrator, support multi-science DMZs, and also control any SDN controller, which site is in control. So from DTN point of view, it creates a VLAN going from the border router to the specific DTN NIC. It also assigns the IP addresses which are agreed on the orchestrator level. It also can control any configuration on the DTN on the specific NIC, and also respects all the QoS rules and make sure that this is happening. So from DTN point of view, it's a pluggable system. So each site can control what we have. But the minimum, we always have to have a DTN RMA agent and site frontend. The site frontend is accepting all the requests going through from the orchestrator and applies all the rules back to the DTN RMA agent. So the whole scope is to have a path between DTN NIC to DTN NIC, which is not yet easily possible. Also to be able to do it in multi-domain respect. And make sure that everything is automatized, because right now it takes like as I said, 5 engineers to make a path. So currently we mainly focusing on the network resources, but in near future we might as well add the compute and storage. So as beginning, we have an extensive testbed going through the ESNet, Internet Shoe, Max, UMD, Fermilab, Caltech, and other ones. And we have a different SDN controllers. We have one ODL, another one ENOS. And as well, ESNet is working on the new network RAM, which will be as well in this project. So if you are visiting supercomputing this year, we have a demo for the Sense project where we DTN RAM, and as well we have a bunch of other demos which might be interesting for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? We have some time.
Have you tried to hook this into something that uses an SDN like OpenStack or Kubernetes? Or have any plans to?
So there is a plan because the UMD University wants to control as well the OpenStack whenever we boot VMs. So there is also an idea to control through the orchestration layer whenever we want to boot up any VM. But the main idea right now is the network resources to make sure that we have the wide area network point to point.